you've mentioned that for 50 years, Joe Biden has created this web of connections in Washington, D.C., different countries, foreign dignitaries, foreign businesses. Can you give us maybe an example? You started talking about China, where maybe Hunter saw an opportunity. Wait a minute, Dad has this connection to China. Maybe I can use the big guy's name and influence. I can do some hustle bait saying, oh, my dad's right next to me. If you disappoint him, we're going to ruin your career and everything about you. Those were the type of tactics that Hunter was using. What are some of the companies that because we have this Tony Bobolinsky who's willing to come forward and testify against him, against an energy company in China. I mean, what was going after energy contracts just like a slam dunk deal for the Biden family?
Yeah, I think they had, I think probably a lot of it is going to be really hard to pinpoint the exact conversations because of how cagey the Bidens have been and how dishonest they've been. Joe Biden makes lying a religion. And if you go back throughout his entire history, he lies and embellishes. And I don't even make it until the introduction before I'm already documenting dozens of lies that he's gone through. You have to understand he is a liar. Like it's not a pejorative. I'm not trying to insult him. It's just a tactic. He's a liar and he always has been. He got caught plagiarizing 5 pages in a law review when he was in law school. He got busted, but was never disciplined. He got busted plagiarizing a guy named Kinnock from the UK and Robert Kennedy Sr. when he was on the campaign trail in 1988, caused him to lose his race. So he's a known liar. Him saying he drives an 18-wheeler, et cetera, is just small part of it. The crazy corn pop speech that we all love, that of course I document in the book, Who Could Resist, that's loaded with lies. It's just what he does. So you have to understand he's willing to lie all the time for any purpose. And he doesn't care. And he's never been held accountable for any of it. So the biggest lie he ever told is that he never talks about business with Hunter. Now, actually, my first book, Breaking the News, when I was researching that, I figured out that I think it was a window of about 2 years or so, 3 years maybe. Hunter Biden had flown out of Joint Base Andrews, where Air Force Two is located, about 23 times. So he'd taken nearly 24 flights just in a small window. I couldn't go through paperwork all day, but I spent some time on it, and I counted 23 or so flights where Hunter was on the manifest. He's going to places like China, Ukraine, et cetera, where Joe Biden was the lead policy guy. So why is Hunter going with Joe to these places? There's only one reason Hunter would ever want to go to these places, and that's for business. This is not a vacation. He's going specifically to make money, and he's on the plane with Joe. Now, we have to take Joe the liar's word for it, that they are never discussing finances. What else is there to discuss? They're incredibly fascinating and wildly complicated. If you think of the stuff that you talk about with your parents. Now, imagine you're flying on Air Force Two overseas with them, and they're doing diplomacy, cutting deals, and you're cutting business deals, and we don't say a word. We don't talk about it. It's absurd, and only a total idiot would think that's what's going on. So when you think about how coordinated they were on all these deals, you cannot give them the benefit of the doubt. Now, I wasn't privy to a lot of these conversations, and there's no way to get that information unless Hunter and Joe want to come clean, what they discussed and how. There's just no way. It would be nice to ask Hunter and actually hear his explanation, but I can't call Hunter in front of a committee. If I was on one, I would. And I will tell you, if anyone does, I will be recommending a lot of questions that they should be asking, because I think I know the right questions to ask the guy.